asymmetrical lines as well as capacitance derivation for bundled conductor lines. So now today we are going to discuss about the capacitance of double circuit lines as well as the effect of ground on capacitance. Okay, so the topic learning outcomes are at the end of this topic. So you can derive the expression of capacitance for double circuit transmission lines, and you can also study the effect of ground on capacitance of the transmission lines. Right, how you can derive the expression for capacitance of three-phase double circuit lines. Okay, you know that what is a double circuit transmission line, right? So single circuit transmission line is nothing but a transmission line which is having only one set of three phases. Okay, only one set of three phases are there in a transmission line. Such type of transmission line is called the single circuit transmission line. Okay, only you have three conductors A, B, C, or you can say that are red RBY phases also. Okay, I'm saying it them as a ABC. Okay, again these ABC conductors may be bundled conductors also. Okay, so a bundled conductor may be having two or three or four subconductors in one conductor itself. Okay, so so there will be only one set of three phases. So then in such a case that transmission line is said to be single circuit transmission line. Okay, so this is a single circuit transmission line. Suppose if the spacing between any two of the conductors in this single circuit transmission line is not same, so then the transmission line is said to be asymmetrical single circuit transmission line. Okay, for asymmetrical single circuit transmission lines, you will use the transposition to derive the expression of inductance or capacitance. So in a similar way, we do it for the double circuit transmission line also. Okay, so what is double circuit transmission line means? So the double circuit transmission line will have the two sets of three phases. Okay, you will be having two sets of three phases, right? So let us suppose if this is one set, so another set you will be having in opposite direction. Okay, so why we have the conductors in another set as opposite direction? So to increase the transmission capacity. Okay, so by reducing the inductance, A dash, B dash, C dash will be in opposite direction. So now this is another set. So total two sets are there, two sets of three phases. So this is one set and this is another set. So let it be one set and this is another set. So there are two sets. So this type of transmission line is called the double circuit transmission line. Okay, to calculate the inductance or capacitance for these double circuit transmission line, we will always use the transposition. Okay, so you know that what is meant by transposition. So transposition in the sense every conductor will take the positions of all other conductors. Okay, so initially this conductor A will be in position number 1, it is in position number 2, C is in position number 3, right? After a L by 3 distance, suppose if your transmission line length is L, so now you have to divide the total length of the transmission line into three subsections. Okay, three sections. Okay, each section length is L by 3. So A, B, C conductors are in particular position in one section, and in another section they will change their positions. In another section again they will change, so that all the three conductors A, B, C will occupy all the three positions in complete transposition cycle. Okay, this is what do you mean by transposition. Okay, you know this also, right? Now here this section we are going to derive the capacitance for double circuit transmission line, right? So now in a double circuit transmission line you will be having two sets of three phases. So this is one set, you are having A, B, C, one set of conductors. Another set is this one. A dash, B dash, C dash in opposite direction. So ABC is in this direction. A dash, B dash will be in opposite direction. So why? Because to make the inductance low, so that power transfer will be very high. Okay, transmission capacity of the line will increase if you place the conductors like this. Okay, now these double circuit, to calculate the capacitance of these double circuit transmission lines, you will use again transposition only. Okay, so the transposition in the sense the total length of the transmission line will be divided into 3 sections, 3 equal sections. Okay, so these are the section 1, section 2 and section 3. Okay, so in section 1 your conductor is, so see here, so these are the positions 1, 2, 3, so up to first section. So when you come into the next section, your A is going to second position. Okay, so now after second section, your A is going to third position. So like that, B also, B is in second position in first section, and then it is in third position in second section, and in first position in third section. So in the similar way, C also. Okay, C is in third position in first section, and then it is in first position in second section, and is in second position in third section. In similar way, these A dash, B dash, another set of conductors also will change their position, right? So here, if you observe in the second section, you are having a C in first position, A in second position, and B is in third position. Right. So now in opposite direction you have to place the conductors. That means C, A, B is like this. So C dash, A dash, B dash will be in opposite direction. Okay. In the similar way for third section also. Okay. B, C, A is there in this direction, and B dash, C dash, A dash should be in opposite direction. So why we place like this means to increase the power transfer capacity of the transmission line. Okay. Right. So now here the distance between any two conductors you have to assume in each section, right? Here in the diagram itself they were given the distance between any two conductors. Suppose if you take a conductor A, from conductor A to all other conductors in first section, the distances are represented here. Okay, from A to C dash it is D1, from A to B dash it is D2, and A to A dash it is D3. And A to C it is D5, and A to B is it is capital D. So like this, they were mentioned the distance from any conductor to other conductors. Okay, these distances are arbitrary, so you can choose anyone. So someone may choose this is DAB. In place of D1, you can say that is DAC dash. That can also you can say, right? So that means these are arbitrary. So someone may say this is a D12. Okay. So the representation is arbitrary. You can label with anything. Okay. So here they were represented with the distances D1, D2, D3, D4, capital DD. Okay. In a similar way for section 2 also they were given. Right. So for this distance D1 is in the sense this distance also will be the D1. This distance will be the D1. Okay. Right. All the distances are from one conductor to other conductors are given in the diagram itself. Now you have to determine the capacitance for this double circuit transmission line, which is represented in transposed form. Okay. Now the capacitance equation for a transmission line is 0.0242 by log D equivalent by DS, or D equivalent can also be said that mutual GMD, DEM. Okay, mutual GMD by self GMD. So which units are microfarad per kilometer. Okay, so that means to determine the inductance or capacitance for double circuit transmission line, you have to use the GMD method only. Okay, if you use the GMD method, you will get easily the value of capacitance or inductance. Okay, so we are using this formula, which is in terms of mutual GMD and self GMD, right? So now here this mutual GMD or equivalent D. D equivalent, both are same. So the are self GMD. So these will be calculated in a similar manner to the inductance calculation of double circuit transmission line. So we have done the inductance calculation for double circuit transmission line. So there also we used the mutual GMD and self GMD method only, right? So however you are calculated the mutual GMD and self GMD in there, so the same procedure you will use here also. Okay. So for determining the mutual GMD or DM, or this can be seen as D equivalent. So this will be equal to, so DAB, DBC, DCA whole to the power of 1 by 3. Or you can say that cube root of DAB, DBC, DCA, right? So this is the formula for determining the mutual GMD. So now what is this DAB, right? What is this DBC? Now here DAB is again the mutual GMD by considering only two conductors A and B. DBC is the mutual GMD by considering conductors B and C. So DCA is mutual GMD by considering conductors C and A. And finally, you will find the equivalent GMD, so which is equal to cube root of all these, the product of all these three under cube root. Okay. In a similar manner, self GMD will be DSA, DSB, DSC whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay. Again, this DSA, DSB, DSC are the again self GMD of conductor A, self GMD of conductor B, self GMD of conductor C. Okay. So you already know how to calculate these, right? So we have done it for capacitor inductance calculation. The same procedure you will repeat here. Okay. DAB. So as I said, what is DAB? So DAB is the mutual GMD by considering conductors A and B, right? So if you consider the conductors A and B only two conductors, right? So you will so total you have ABC, you will not consider the C, right? In the reverse direction, you will be having A dash, B dash, C dash. Okay, only A dash, B dash you have to consider, right? So now you have to take this as one set, you have to take this as another set. Then you have to consider the mutual distances. Okay, so suppose if you take A, mutual distances are DA dash, DA dash. Okay, sorry. Conductors A dash will be taken at one side, and conductor B dash it should be taken on the other side. From A to B, what is the distance? From A to B dash, what is the distance? Then A dash to B, what is the distance? A dash to B dash, what is the distance? So these are the mutual distances. Those product you have to consider. Okay, DAB, DAB dash, DA dash B dash, DA dash B. Right? As there are total 4 products, whole to the power of 1 by 4. Or you can say that these are the 2 and these are the 2. So 1 by mn. So if m is equal to 2, n is equal to 2, right? Mn is 2 into 2, 4. So 1 by mn, which is 1 by 4 you will get. Okay. So now in the previous diagram itself, the distance from AB dash, A dash, B dash, A dash, B, all are represented in the previous diagram itself, right? So you have to consider those distances. Okay. So from A to B, so A to B, this is capital D, and A to B dash is D2, D2, and then A dash to B. So this distance, A dash to B, this distance and this distance will be the same, D2 only, right? A dash, B dash, this distance and this distance, both are sum, which is capital D. Okay. See here, D2, D2 whole to the power of 1 by 4. So finally you will get capital D into D2 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. In a similar manner, you have to calculate DBC, right? So DBC is the mutual GMD by considering the conductors B and C in section 1. All are for section 1 only, we consider, right? So then the distances are B and C you are having. So DBC, B dash conductors you will be having. So then C dash you have to consider. Right, then mutual distances are BC, BC dash, B dash C, B dash C dash. Okay, BC, BC dash, B dash C dash, B dash C. Right. So these are the distance from B to C, distance from B to C dash. So whole to the power of again same 1 by 4, 1 by Mn, which is 2 into 2. Right. So now if you from the same previous diagram, again you have to check the what are the distances we assumed. Okay. So the distance from B to C is capital D, and B to C dash is D2, and B dash to C dash distance is capital D, and B dash to C will be D2 only. Okay, whole to the power of 1 by 4, 1 by 4. So now if you also D, so this final equation will be D capital D into small d2 whole to the power of 1 by 2 you will get. Okay, right. So then DCA. So DCA is the mutual GMD by considering conductors C and A. So that means conductor C and C will be having 2 CC dash, and A will be having AA dash. So all mutual means C to A, C to A dash, C dash to A, and C dash to A dash. So distance from C to A, distance from C to A dash, distance from C dash A dash, distance from C dash A. Okay, whole to the power of, so the here to Mn, whole to the power of 1 by Mn, right? 1 by Mn, 2 into 2, 4. Okay, so again from the previous diagram, so you have to observe the distances. So those distances are D5, DCA is D5, and DCA dash is D1, and DC dash A dash is D5, DC dash A is D1, whole to the power of 1 by 4, and finally it will be D1 D5 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, this is how you can determine the mutual GMD of mutual GMD by considering two conductors at a time. Now the equivalent mutual GMD or DM, you can also say D equivalent or DM. So this will be equal to cube root. So cube root is represented whole to the power of 1 by 3. So cube root of DAB, DBC, DCA. Okay, so these values we were calculated here. We just simply substitute in this formula, so that you will get this expression. So DD2 whole to the power of 1 by 2, DD2 whole to the power of 1 by 2, D1 D5 whole to the power of 1 by 2, whole for 1 by 3. This cube root is represented with 1 by 3 also. Okay. So here with some mathematical equations you derive, final equation will be this one. Okay, so D equivalent or DM is equal to D power 1 by 3, D2 power 1 by 3, D1 power 1 by 6, D5 power 1 by 6. So this is the equivalent mutual GMD for double circuit transmission lines. Okay, only one section only you have to consider now. For other sections it will be the same. Only one section only we will consider, and we will find the DM. Okay, for other sections it will be the same. Okay, so now next our task is to determine the self GMD. Okay, so that self GMD is the cube root of cube root of DSA, DSB, DSC. Again here DSA, DSB, DSC are the individual self GMDs. Okay, by considering each conductor at a time. Okay, right. First you determine the DSA. Okay, so DSA is how you can determine. So DSA is the self GMD of conductor A alone. So that means if in conductor A you are having A and A dash, as there are, it is a double circuit transmission line, you are having A and A dash two sets. okay, for conductor A, right? So now self GMD can be written with these two conductors as DSA is equal to some product whole to the power of 1 by 4, 1 by n square, right? N square in the sense n here is two conductors, so 2 square you will get 4, 1 by 4, right? Now self distances means you have to consider as, first you take one conductor DAA, so DAA dash, so one product, this is one product. So another product is you have to consider A dash, then that A dash is self distance D A dash and D A dash A. So this is the inside product, right? You know that DAA or D A dash are represented with radius. Self distances are radius in case of capacitance calculation. If it is inductance calculations, it will become R dash. You remember that only the difference for these two, inductance calculation and capacitance calculation. Here DAA, DA dash self distances are represented with small r in capacitance calculations and R dash for inductance calculations. That is the only difference. Remaining procedure, entire thing will be the same. So then distance from A to A dash. So the distance from A to A dash is represented with D3. So from diagram itself, okay. You see here from A to A dash, the distance is D3, okay. Right. So here A dash to A also the same distance, which is D3. So RD3 whole square you will get. Here you are having RD3, here you are having RD3. RD3 whole square whole to the power of 1 by 4, and the final value will be RD3 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. In similar manner, you have to determine the self DSB and DSC, which are self GMD by considering conductor B and self GMD by considering conductor C. Okay. So for DSB, so the DSB will be can be written as a product. So only B conductor you have to consider. That means you will be having BB dash. So this will be DBB, DBB dash, one product. So another product is you have to consider B dash. So self distance DB dash B dash first. So then DB dash to B. Again, as there are total to 1 by n square, which is 1 by 2 square, 1 by 4 you will get. So similar DBB, DBB dash, this is R. Okay, and B to B dash, the distance is D4. So here also D4. So the final value is RD4 whole to the power of 1 by 2 whole to the power of whole square whole to the power of 1 by 2 we will get. So the final value will be RD4 whole to the power of 1 by 2. In the similar manner, by considering the conductor C, you can determine. So that value will be the final value. What you get here is RD3 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. So for C, I am not explaining. So in the similar manner as A and B, you can also determine for C conductor also. DSC will be equal to DCC, DCC dash, T C dash C dash, D C dash D you will get whole to the power of 1 by 4. Okay. DCC and C dash will be R, and distance from C to C dash will be D3. So RD3 whole square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So 1 by 4. So finally you will get RD3 whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. I think it is clear. After getting all these three, equivalent self GMD for double circuit transmission line, so which is DS is equal to cubed root of, so all these three products DSA, DSB, DSC. Okay. So now you substitute DSA, DSB, DSC. So you will get this equation RD3 whole to the power of 1 by 4, sorry 1 by 2, RD4 whole to the power of 1 by 2, RD3 whole to the power of 1 by 2, whole power 1 by 3. Okay, some the final do some calculations. So the final value what you are getting here is the ds is equal to small r whole to the power of 1 by 2, d3 whole to the power of 1 by 3, d4 whole to the power of 1 by 6 you will get. Okay, so you got dm value and ds value. So finally you can substitute both two in capacitance formula, right? So the capacitance formula is for neutral from any conductor, conductor A to neutral. Okay, so conductor to neutral capacitance or phase capacitance you can say. So CAN is equal to 0.0242 by log dm by ds. So the dm value is this one, capital D whole to the power of 1 by 3, d2 whole to the power of 1 by 3, small d1 whole to the power of 1 by 6, small d5 whole to the power of 1 by 6. This value is the dm, and ds is this value, r power small r power 1 by 2, d3 whole to the power 1 by 3, d4 whole to the power 1 by 6, right? So when it is represented in log to the base 10, the units are microfarad per kilometer. Okay, so this is the capacitance of calculation for a double circuit transmission line. So is it clear? If you're having any doubts in this, you can ask. So with this, we were determine the capacitance for all the transmission lines. Single phase transmission line, which is having 2 wires, 3 phase lines, 3 wires, which is 3 phase transmission line. So again, in 3 phase transmission line, equivalent spacing and unsymmetrical line. So equivalent, or you can say that symmetrical spacing we have done, and asymmetrical spacing we have done. So then the bundled conductors we have done, and then for this double circuit transmission line. Okay, so for all these cases, so we were assumed one condition, so which is the conductors in all the cases are away from the ground. So that means effect of ground is neglected till now. Suppose if you take the effect of capacitance, so how you can calculate the capacitance value for the transmission line? Okay, so that we will discuss in the next slide. Okay, so capacitance of 3 phase double circuit, sorry, so the title is wrong. So the this is a capacitance of transmission lines by considering the effect of earth. Okay, effect of earth, or you can say that effect of ground. Okay, right. Suppose if you consider one single conductor, so this single conductor, whenever this conductor carries the current, so charge will be developed. So that charge will be actually radially outside like this, electrostatic charge. Okay, charge, you can say that this will be charge, will be having a charge of plus Q. Okay, so now, so this will be originating at a positive charge and will be terminate at earth. So that means all will terminate at the earth. So now here you are considering the effect of earth. So generally this earth will be having zero potential. Okay, right. So now the effect of earth will be considered. This effect of earth will be considered by using the method of images here, right? So this effect of earth, by considering the effect of earth, this method of images will be used, right, to calculate the capacitance. And this method of images is suggested by the Lord Kelvin. Okay, so what is this method of images in the sense? So in place of this earth, right? So that means the earth is also having some potential. If it is plus Q, it may be having minus Q. Okay, so charge should be balanced, right? So now to derive the capacitance by considering the effect of earth or effect of ground also, so you need one imaginary conductor for earth. right? That imaginary conductor will be represented in the second diagram. Suppose this is plus Q. Now the effect of earth will be considered by considering another charge minus Q, which is at a distance, at a same distance from this line, equipotential line. This is called the equipotential line. Okay, so now from here to here, the total height is HA. So this is represented here, right? From the same distance below the earth, you have to consider one fictitious conductor. Okay, one fictitious conductor, right? So this is not actual conductor; it is an imaginary conductor. So that in conductor will be having the same same magnitude of charge as that of the actual conductor. So, but is in opposite sign. So if it is plus Q, this will be minus Q. Right now, this conductor is called the image conductor. Okay. So by considering this image conductor, so you will determine the capacitance for a transmission line, which is by method of images. Okay. So this is for only one conductor. Now let us determine the capacitance of single phase transmission line by considering the effect of earth. See here. So capacitance of single phase transmission line by considering the effect of earth. So now we were already determined the capacitance of single phase transmission line by without considering the effect of earth. Okay. So whatever we have determined previously, that is without considering the earth. Right now we are considering the effect of earth also. Right. When you consider the effect of earth also, what happens to the capacitance value? So that we are going to derive here. Okay. So now to consider the effect of earth, we are going to use the method of images, which is suggested by the Kelvin, Lord Kelvin. Okay. So generally, for a single phase transmission line, you will be having two conductors. So this is one conductor, and this is another conductor. So the radius of conductor is, both the conductors will be having same radius. Let us assume. So that radius is represented with small r. Okay. So now whenever this conductor carries current, so charge will be developed on the conductor. So the charge will be Q1 and Q1 for conductor 1 and Q2 for conductor 2. You know that conductor 1 is a forward conductor and conductor 2 is a return conductor. Okay. Let us assume that these two charges Q1 and Q2 will be the same. So, but it will be having opposite signs. Why? Because one will act as a forward conductor, another will act as a reverse conductor. Okay. So this is when it is Q, this will be minus Q. So this is actual single phase transmission line. Now for this transmission line, by considering the effect of earth also, you have to determine the capacitance. Right? To consider the effect of earth, so you have to use the method of images. So what is method of image? For every conductor, you have to consider one image conductor which is slightly below that particular conductor. Suppose if you take first conductor, right? So suppose this first conductor is at a particular height h. In the same distance, a mirror conductor, you can say that mirror image, right? If you see in mirror at the same distance, you have to consider another conductor, that is fictitious conductor. So that conductor you can say image conductor. Okay. So that image conductor is represented with 3 here, and this image conductor should be slightly below that particular conductor. All right. If it is first conductor, the first conductor image conductor is third conductor, right? So which is in the same distance from the earth potential, earth plane. Okay. If it is from here to here, it is h. From earth plane to here, this conductor also it is h. Okay. Right. And the charges for this will be in opposite direction. As I said before, Q1 is having a charge of Q. Okay. So then it will be having minus Q. Okay. Q3 is minus of Q1, which is minus Q. In a similar manner for conductor 2 also, you have to consider another one image conductor slightly below this. So which that will be having opposite charge of conductor 2. So conductor 2 is having charge Q2. So Q4 will be minus Q2. So minus Q2 is nothing but as it is minus Q for Q2, minus of minus Q is plus Q. Okay. So now when you consider the effect of it, and then you are going to determine the capacitance. So by using method of images. Now here in this diagram, how many conductors are there now? Total 4 conductors are there, right? So by assuming there are 4 conductors, actually there are only 2 only. So in physical, there are 2 conductors only for a single phase transmission line. Another 2, those are the fixed CCS conductors for the same 2 conductors. Okay, slightly below the earth plane. Okay, so by considering these 4 conductors, you have to determine the capacitance. Right, how you can determine? Let us see. So for determining the capacitance, before determining the capacitance, as usual, you have to first calculate the potential difference between the conductors. Right, potential difference between the conductors 1 and 2. So with all other with the charge on all other conductors, you have to consider. Right. So V12 is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. M is equal to 1 to n. 1 to n here is total number of conductors, which is 4. So you know that general equation VKI. So VKI, so which is nothing but voltage or potential difference between conductors K and I in a group of conductors. That general equation only we are using here, right? So now here V12 in place of K and I, V12 you will get, right? Potential difference between conductors 1 and 2. So V12 is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. M is equal to 1 to 4. So total, by considering 2 other image conductors also, total conductors will be 4. So M will be from 1 to 4. Qm ln d2m by d1m. Actually, heredim by dkm you will get. I is 2, k is 1. So d2m by d1m. Okay. I think there is no doubt for this. It is clear, right? So then you expand this sum you expand. Okay, 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. First you have to consider m is equal to 1, then q1 ln d21 by d1m. So then plus you have to consider m is equal to 2, then q2 ln d22 by d12 you will get. So then plus you have to consider m is equal to 3. So then q3 ln d23 by d13 plus you have to consider m is equal to 4, q4 ln d24 by d14 you will get. Okay, this simply we are expanding. Okay, so now you know that self distances again d11 d22 will be represented with r while doing the capacitance calculations, right? And distance from first 1 to 2 conductors or 2 to 1 conductor, it will be capital D. Okay, so from the diagram you can see. So go to the previous diagram. So the distance between 1 and 2 is capital D. So 3, 4 also capital D. So distance from 1 to 3, if you observe. So what is 1 to 3? This will be 2h, right? From here to here it is h, below also h, 2h. So 1 to 3 is 2h, 2 to 4 also 2h. Right. So then what about this 3 to 4, 3 to 2, right? So it is a D, it is 2h. So then this will be under square root D square plus 2h square, 2h whole square, or you can say that D square plus 4h square, you can write. Okay, D23 is D square plus 4h square. Similarly, D14 also D square plus 2h square under square. Okay, all these distances are clear for you, right? So those distances you have to substitute there in the formula. Okay, so the self distances are always r d12 d21. So this is capital D, Okay, D23 and D14. So these two are underscore it d square plus 4h square, or you can say that 4h square plus d square, but both are the same. Okay, and D12 and 24 is D13, sorry, D13 and 24 is, it is 2h. Okay, so you also know the charge of conductor 1. Conductor 1 is plus q. Opposite conductor is q3, which is opposite of that value, so minus q. So qt is minus q, and q4 is minus of minus q, which is q. Right? So these also we know from the diagram itself. So simply all these details you substitute in this equation. Okay, then V12 is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. So Q1 is Q ln, D21 is D, and D11 is R. So Q ln D by R minus, so Q2 here, Qt is minus Q. So minus Q ln D22 by D12. So D22 is self distance small r, D12 is capital D, R by small d, minus, so here Q3 is minus Q. So here we'll get minus Q ln D23 by D13. D23 by D13. So D23 is this value. So underscore it 4h square plus d square, and D13 is 2h. So by 2h. Then Q4 value is Q small q. So plus Q ln D24 by D14. D24 value is 2h. D14 value is underscore it 4h square plus d square you will get. Okay. So in all the terms, Q is having in common. You may take it outside. Okay. So you can erase here. You take Q as common in all the terms. So then Q by 2 pi epsilon naught ln D by R minus ln R by D minus ln underscore it 4h square plus d square by 2h plus ln 2h by underscore it 4h square plus d square. Right. So now this is a minus of ln R by D. So this can be written as plus ln capital D by R. Right. So this minus 1 you will go to here, so that it will become plus whole to the power of minus 1 will get. So this will be ln D by R. So in a similar manner, this can also be written as ln 2h by underscore root 4h square plus d square. Okay, so these two are same. So this and this both are same, and these two are same. So this will be 2 ln d by r, 2 ln 2h by underscore root 4h square plus t square you will get. Okay. See here, V12 is equal to 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught 2q. So here q is not taken common. If you take common, it will be here you will get q. Okay, nothing problem. So 2q ln d by r plus 2q ln 2h by underscore it 4h square plus d square you will get. So this 2, if you take common, it will be cancelled with this. So q, if you take common, you will get outside. So V12 is equal to q by pi epsilon naught ln. So now these two terms, if you enter in, these two values are gone. So log a plus log b you will get. So log ab, so that means log d into 2h by small r into underscore root 4h square plus d square you will get. So the final value is this one. Okay. So then V12 is equal to q by pi epsilon naught ln d. So this 2h we are taking it to denominator here. I'm writing this below. And if you take under the root, so this will become 4h square. Okay, 2h whole square you will get when it goes to go into under the root. Right, 2h whole square is not much, 4h square. Right, you divide with these two terms, so 4h square plus d square with 4 by 4h square you will get. So the 4h square, 1 with you cancel. Right, so this smaller will be like as it is. So this smaller is there here, there itself. Now 4h square divided 4h square, 4h square, you will get 1. So now d square by 4h square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So instead of square root, we were represented with whole to the power of 1 by 2. Okay. So this is about the potential difference between the conductors 1 and 2. Okay. So now here, if you observe the case of without considering the effect of air, so this V12 value is q by pi epsilon naught ln d by r you got d by r you are getting. Okay. If you compare these two, you are getting one extra term here, 1 plus d square by 4h square whole to the power of 1 by 2. So this extra term will be added, right? So that means, and then after finding the voltage, you can calculate the capacitance C12. C12 is equal to Q by V12, right? So Q by V12. So from this expression, Q by V12 can be written as pi epsilon naught by ln d by small r into 1 plus d square by 4h square whole to the power of 1 by 2 you will get. Okay. So this is the capacitance between the conductors 1 and 2 for single phase transmission line by considering the effect of earth, right? This ln term can be converted into logarithmic term. So then this will be the formula. C12 is equal to 0.0121 by log in the sense base 10 log d by small r whole into 1 plus d square by 4h square whole to the power of 1 by 2 in microfarads per kilometer. Okay, so nothing here. In place of epsilon naught, you have to substitute 8.854 into 10 power minus 12 value. Okay, so then we will get this value 0.0121. Okay, so the units are this microfarad per kilometer. So this is how you can calculate the capacitance between two conductors for a single phase transmission line by considering the effect of earth. Okay, when you doesn't consider the effect of earth, this term you will not get, only you will get log d by r. Okay, so this term is extra added here. So that means when it is added extra, so this total term, this logarithm term will be more. That means capacitance will be minimum. Okay. So in a similar manner, you determine the capacitance of three-phase line by considering the effect of it. You follow the same procedure as without considering the effect of it. So then you find out the capacitance for a three-phase line with considering the effect of it. Okay, by using the method of images only, right? So now I will just briefly explain this. You derive for this at your home. Okay. So for a three-phase transmission line, you will be having 3 conductors. You know this. So those conductors are represented with, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. So then for this, when you consider the effect of it, you have to consider the image conductors slightly below the ground or earth. Okay. So for 1, you will be having 1 dash or 1 A dash. Here they were represented with 1 A. Here they represented with 1 A dash. Similarly, 2B, 2B dash, 3C, 3C dash. You may also represent like this also. If it is A, if it is A dash. Representation is U of this. So procedure is the same. Okay. Right. After considering the image conductors, so then you have to consider the distances. This distance, let us assume these are all are the assumptions only. If it is H1, this is also H1 only from here to here. Or they were directly considering the distance from A to A dash. This total distance is H1. Okay, this total distance is H3. Okay, so the distance from this A to B is D12. Distance from B to C is D23, and 3 to 1 is D13. Okay, so this also will be the same. So this distance will be same as this distance. This distance will be same as this distance. This distance will be same as this distance. Okay. So now other distances they were considered these. This distance is h12. This distance is h13. This distance is h23. Right? There are some other distances. This is h23. So from here to here, this is h2. This from here to here, this is h3. Okay. So distances are represented in the diagram itself. Okay. If you want to consider your own distances, you can also say. So some people may say this as DAB. So your wish. So they were represented with the H12. The representation is your wish. Okay. So then how to calculate capacitance for three-phase lines? First, for determining the capacitance for three-phase lines, what is the procedure we followed without considering the effect of earth is, first you have to determine the VAB. Okay. VAB, that means potential difference between the conductors A and B you have to consider. So then you have to, similarly you have to determine the VAC. Okay. After determining the VAB and VAC, you have to sum both two. So VAB plus VAC. Okay. After summing this, so this sum is represented as 3 VAN. Right? How you get a 3 VAN? We were already explaining the capacitance calculation of three-phase symmetrical as well as asymmetrical line. Okay. So 3 VAN is equal to some value we will get here. So that finally we will get VAN. After finding VAN, CAN value you can determine. CAN is equal to QA by VAN. That's it. So this is the capacitance to earth for a three-phase transmission line. Okay. So in their effect of earth is not considered. Here you have to consider the effect of earth. So the difference will be you are getting 3 more extra conductors. That's it. Okay. So while determining the VAB, so in previous case you may be having these. So these minus terms will not be there. Okay. You have to use the same formula 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught. So 1 by 2 pi epsilon naught sigma of m is equal to 1 to 6 here. 6 conductors are there. Q M ln in bracket. Suppose if you are determining this is the VAB. So then here you will get D BM by D AM. So this formula you have to use, right? When you are using this formula, let us assume that this is the conductor 1. So this is conductor 2. This is conductor 3. So let it be conductor 4. Let it be conductor 5. Let it be conductor 6. So then simply you will expand. If you expand this, you will get this form. Okay. See, I will simply explain for 1. If you substitute m is equal to 1, what happens? Q1 ln D B1 by D A1. So that means D1 B1 distance. What is the B1? B2 1. So distance is D12. D A1. So D A1. So A1 is self distance loss. Right? DAA or DA1 you get. Self distance is represented as R. Okay. So when you consider image conductor for the same image conductor, you will get minus Q. Right? So that's minus from that image conductor to the distance from A and P. So this will be from A it will be H1. Right? And from B it will be H12. So H12 by H1 you are getting here. You see. Similarly for all other conductors if you write, so you will finally get this equation VAB. right? You do some calculation, then you will get this equation. So that this is VAB. So here D equivalent is D12, D23, D21 whole to the power of 1 by 3. Okay. Similarly, you will determine for VAC also. Okay, VAC also you determine. Then you sum those two, VAC plus VAB, right? So that VAC plus VAB finally you will get 3 VAN. If you substitute that value, then 3 VAN value you will get. So after substituting VAN, after getting VAN, you can determine the capacitance. Capacitance is equal to CAN is equal to QA by VAN. Okay, so if you substitute VAN value here, the final equation what you will get for CAN. So the CAN is equal to 2 pi epsilon naught. So K here is epsilon naught by ln D equivalent by R minus ln H12, H23, H31 whole to the power of 1 by 3, H1, H2, H3 whole to the power of 1 by 3 you will get. This is in farad per meter. So if you convert them into logarithmic terms, you will get this equation which is in microfarad per kilometer. Okay, this is how you can determine the capacitance of three-phase lines when you consider the effect of earth also, right? So I was not given the entire derivation here for this. So I was given how to instructions how to do the derivation. You do it at your home for this. Okay, so with this, if our first unit is completed, if you are having any doubts in first unit, you can ask now, and we will do some problems in the next lecture, so that we will complete it successfully. Okay, ma. So if you are having any doubts till now in first module, you can ask.